Afternoon and welcome back, everybody. I'm Jason Salas alongside my good friend Liz Duenas from Remax Diamond Realty Guam. We are on location today.
Yep.
This does not look like the KUM studios, but we are here at the Department of Public Works. And Liz, I have always felt that there is no more resource in the world more valuable than information.
That's correct. So we're here at One Stop. I've never applied for a building permit, and we wanted to help our viewers know what the process is if they wanted to build a home. What do they need to do?
In your illustrious real estate career, you have never actually applied for a building permit.
I've just let either my husband do it or I have the contractor do it. So what we wanted to do is show the steps, ask the questions, so that everyone would know where do they need to go to make it happen.
So we're all going to learn something, especially Liz. So, you ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Here we go.
Hi, I'm here with Joe. Joe, I'm Liz Duenas.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And Joe, Joe is a building official, and I've never applied for a building permit, so he's going to help me through the process. So Joe, if I'm building a home, what do I need to do?
Well, first you need to get 2 sets of plans.
2 sets of building plans?
Yes, building plans, and the minimum size we would accept is 18 by 24, and they have to be stamped by either an architect or a civil engineer.
Okay.
And then you would also have to fill out the application, which we have here, and bring it back to us.
So just one form is all you need of this application?
Yes.
Okay. And then I would have to bring back
Two sets of plans.
Sets of floor plans,
Yes.
right?
And then what we'll do is, if you fill out the information here, we'll take the plans and we'll, because this is what are you building?
I'm building a 5-bedroom home.
Okay, since this is a residential, what we'll do is we'll indicate on the plan, we'll write down a tracking number, and we'll also ask you for the contract between you and the licensed
contractor,
yes.
right. So the contractor has to be licensed.
Yes.
I can't just build it by myself.
Technically you could, but that's where you would go with one of the clearing agencies, which would be contractor's license, and you'll be required to get a license to do what you're going to do, which we call self-construction. Yes, and then
the easiest way is probably to get a contractor.
Yes, that's the easiest and
So
the best way.
So you will need a contract
Between you
signed and executed by myself and a building contractor.
Yes,
Okay, got
with
that.
the price. So that would vary. That price would tell us and indicate to us what the fee would be based on the contract.
It will indicate what you're going to charge
we're
me
gonna charge you
for the permit.
on our schedule fee.
Okay, got
And then
it.
also, as the government, we'll do our own assessment. If the government assessment is higher
Got it.
than what you and the
have to
contractor,
go.
we have to go with the government assessment.
Government's assessment.
But of course, if it's lower, we'll go with your assessment. And then we'll write down the fees here. But after you fill out all this information, which is here on the first page, you would have to go to these agencies, regulatory agencies that have to clear your application, and you go down the line.
My application would have to be cleared by Land Management, Contractors License Board, EPA,
Yes.
Guam Water Works, Guam Power, Guam Prevention Bureau, Fire Prevention Bureau, Appeals Board, Parks and Rec, and Department of Agriculture. So question is, are they located in this building, or do I have to run around to different buildings?
That's where you would have to go to. The only ones located here is Contractors License Board, which is in the same building, but just 2 doors further down. So you would just stay within this compound. Fire is here, and EPA is here. They have a rep here. So what they would do is take your plans and bring it to the main office. But the other agencies that have to clear your plan, which is Land
Management, which
yes.
is at the ITC building.
GPA, GWA, which is
Which is right down the street.
yes. Well, actually, back road, Route 15, the new,
they moved. Okay.
yeah, the new headquarters. And then, like I said, EPA will receive your plan here and take it up to their main office. Appeals Board is located at East West Rental Building, the Bank of Guam.
Okay.
And then Parks and Rec is up in Agani Heights. And then Department of Agriculture is in Manila. So those places you would have to physically take your plan and bring it there. They'll review it. Of course, after we do all the assessments and give you the fees, and you pay the plan checking fee, and you fill out the form, and we give you a tracking number.
So let me see if I get this straight. I fill this form out,
Yes, this form.
and then once you review it, after you do
Make sure
whatever
it's-
you need to do,
Yes.
then I have to go to all these
these-
agencies to
Yes.
get their clearances.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
So what else would I have to do after that? But I have to give you 2 sets of plans.
Yes, and you take those 2 sets of plans. And when you're done in all these agencies that cleared outside of DPW, you bring it back here, and then we'll send you to we'll take it from you, and then we'll send it to the internal plan reviewers there.
So these agencies have to review my plans?
Yes.
So when I go to each agency, I mean, can they do it right there? How long, what is the process for each agency to review it?
Okay, that's where it varies, because if your plans are correct and they have no issues, hopefully it won't take long, but it varies on how well
So
the
you're
plans
saying
are drawn
that
up.
I may have to leave the plans at each department?
Not necessarily. Like land, I'm pretty sure that depending, because it's just residential, they would probably clear you right away because of course it's residential. But as for the other regulatory agencies, more than likely you have to leave it there because they'll have to review it and look into what other requirements are needed and stuff like that. But generally it varies on how long it's going to take on each one. And when you go there, you can actually inquire from the agency and ask them how long it would take and the timeline it would take.
Well, thank you so much. This is enlightening. It's the start of what I need to get done, but thank you so much for your time.
Actually, we're not yet. I wanted to let you know that these are just the external. You still have to bring it back here, and then it goes through our process. Yes, and that's up here where you would take it to, we would hand it to us, and then we'll take it to the other
agencies.
No, internal department here, to highways, and from highways to design analysis, and then they'll review it. And then when they review it, they'll bring it back here. And
it sounds like part 2.
Yes, that's part 2 of, because we're the regulatory agency that actually issues the permit. So that's why we're the ones in charge. And then it will come here, and then our building permits administrator, Mr. Joe Guevara, will review it. Upon reviewing it, he will check if the plans are in the flood zone. And if hopefully you're not in the flood zone, and then that's when we'll review it and approve it, and we'll issue it out, and we'll just make sure that the plans and everybody signed off in it, and there's no issues with any of the regulatory agencies.
I think we're going to have to come back to finish off whatever, but I think, thank you again. It's great. It's the start, and we'll see you next week.
Sure.
Thanks, Joe.